the biggest things in throws, the most important thing is safety. So we have very strict rules. We don't have time. If you look at with the kids here, they'll start sort of queuing up for throws. So we have a situation set up where if you're in the throwing circle, if there's anybody out in the landing area, you're responsible for their safety. Likewise, if you're out in the landing area, you're responsible for your own safety. So the communication is important. If you're about to throw and someone's out in that area, regardless of how little chance you think there is of hitting them, you'll communicate to them that you're about to throw, and therefore they're watching, so they know exactly what is going on there. Particularly, the younger kids sometimes have to be reminded, look, you are in an unsafe area. So safety is paramount. The other things is communicating with me if they're going to be missing sessions. The key to obviously improving is to have regular sessions, and basically have that development coming through. If they're then going to do 2 sessions one week, miss the next, one the next, they're going to get frustrated because they're not improving, but they're not improving because they're not doing the work consistently. So that's important. Respect for each other and the athletes in the squad. What I find is what works really well here is a lot of the older athletes will help with the younger athletes, and I've got a couple of the older athletes who are actually qualified coaches that help me with the coaching as it is, because we've got probably in the whole group we've got about 35 athletes all working here at various times. So I need that assistance there anyway. So they respect the older athletes as well, and the older athletes need to realise also that the younger athletes are here, and so they act appropriately in front of them as well. So that's a few key areas.
I have really just 2 rules during the sessions. One is that they're not allowed to break. If they break, then the session's over. So even if it's the first rep, if they break, they've just got to pack up and go home. And it's happened to a young girl like 2 days before state championships, and she was in tears. But I said to the parents, state championships were in Townsville, and I said, what if you go all the way up there and she breaks in the race and she's disqualified, so she doesn't even get to race. So I have a really, really strong rule about breaking. If they break twice in a short period of time, like say in a week or within a couple of weeks, then they have to miss a whole session. So they're not allowed to come to a whole entire session. And no one's done any more than that, because they know that if they were to do it 3 times, then they'd have to miss a week. And these kids are here because they want to be here. So that's pretty good punishment. My other rule is about finishing off the rep. So if I say they're going to the white marker or the orange marker, then I expect them to go hard a metre beyond that marker, because I've probably photo finished in my life maybe 30,000 races, and I've seen thousands of them given away in the last 40 centimetres. So I'm really pedantic about them running hard through the marks in training, and then they're always going to do it at the finish line.